101 kicking off right now. Masseter rocking the Melon Mobile.
He has done that over the last few seasons. I don't know why. I actually don't think we've ever asked him why he likes the melons, but regardless, he rocks that watermelon car quite well.
Daffy with a nice little touch. Could be because he's juicy.
Very well could be, James.
Shiro sending it across the field. Daffy pre-flips into it. Shiro to the corner. Going for the pass. Sleppy with the 50. This one will kick off to the side. Masseter with the race. Bounces by. Daffy, can he get the backboard read? Bounces down. He would have been able to get there if he predicted that bounce, but it was a tough bounce for Daffy to work with.
Ooh, and a good cut by Sleppy past the first man, but still the team back for UNCC. Good pass over to Shiro. They put it on target. It's going to go a bit wide. And unfortunately, OSU couldn't convert on the transition.
Daffy with a demo at the midfield. Masseter will win this off to the side. Daffy racing in. Sleppy will clear it downfield. Masseter takes advantage of the miss from Dewis. Gets the demo. Shiro puts that one in off the aggressive play from Masseter.
Yeah, great play from Masseter. Dewis misses the touch. Masseter pops it up and just destroys Alpha Gibby. Throw on a nuclear explosion. Why not? From Shiro's goal. And OSU up 1-0.
Masseter, that was a quality play. Played the miss, then got that demo. Alpha to the backboard. Not the greatest touch for Masseter, but Shiro will clear it hard downfield. Daffy trying to slow down the attack. Sleppy, backboard pass. Dewis will get the clear all the way down. Masseter picking up the corner boost. We'll see if he can get it around Dewis. He does. Next up is Daffy. Gets it by him. Last is Alpha. And Alpha will get that challenge. Well done by Alpha.
It's been a physical game. OSU have definitely used the demo to their advantage. They've been demoed a couple times as well, but even that first goal, you could see the demo on Alpha Giddy, and there's been a couple more where OSU have either bumped or demoed a UNCC player. It's been very tough for that defense to stay organized, knowing that OSU are going to be right on their tail.
Alpha had jumped early, thinking that Shiro was going to take the shot. Does get back to get the demo. University of North Carolina, Charlotte still shotless as we're past the halfway point. Shiro was threatening, ended up not making contact. Sleppy with a quality challenge. This one will be off the ceiling, and Daffy will have a well-timed clear right to Shiro, who crosses the ball to the other wall. Dewis with a big win, and now Daffy racing to it. The 50 kicks off the corner. Alpha goes for the net. Shiro will stretch to make the save.
A good save there from OSU. Still feeling a bit of pressure from UNCC. That was their first shot here in this game, only registering one, but this could be another as the defense does collect for OSU.
Dewis, bit of time, first touch control, then he gets dunked on. Masseter will get the second goal for OSU. Dewis taking a bit too much time.
Daffy, he picks up the full boost and just out of reach to that back post. It was a great shot by Masseter to put that one away, and I think that was the only way that last man couldn't get it from UNCC. And now a 2-goal lead opened up for OSU, and they've been able to put on a lot more offense here. 5 shots to their name, and to the only 2 of UNCC.
Sleppy will bounce it down. Dewis last back. Sleppy jumps. The ball will pinch back. Daffy will expedite that to the OSU corner. Shiro to the middle. Dewis was waiting for it. Second effort. Can't follow up. Daffy tap this to the corner where Alpha's waiting. Sleppy testing the backboard defense. Daffy did well to get it out. Under a minute left to go. UNCC still scoreless. Dewis
UNCC really do need to get some offense going here. It does feel like OSU have just shut them down in every attempt on the orange side, and Masseter's just going to throw it to the back wall. Sleppy's there, and it is on target. Alpha Giddy has to make the save, but they got to quickly move downfield. OSU is not letting them out at the moment. They're just so fast to the ball, and it's been tough for UNCC to break out.
They'll have to get one right now. Perhaps this is it. Sleppy will get it out, but it's right to Daffy, the center. Everyone's missing from OSU. Masseter will finally clear it. Daffy back to Dewis, and that'll do it. Time running out, not enough left on the clock. And OSU, good start and a good finish, getting the win in game one.
Yeah, and I mean, this UNCC team are pretty good. When you look at the record already here in CRL, they were able to take UCF to a game 5. That Central Florida team is a very strong team. So for OSU to come out, shut them out here in game 1, I think that they have a lot better chance here in this series. They looked pretty good as well, generating a lot more of the offense as well. So for UNCC, I feel like it's just about keeping that possession as you move downfield, because OSU have just been so quick to hop all over them.
We saw the shot advantage heavily in favor of OSU. UNCC, you can see that they've got what it takes to hang, but gonna have to put something together on offense. See if they start looking for some team passes. Daffy had made some good defensive stops. Oh, we saw that one touch get away from Dewis, I believe it was. And maybe if that goal didn't happen, Masseter doesn't get that dunk, maybe we would have seen UNCC bounce back into it.
And I talked about the physical game for OSU. I noticed that as soon as I started talking about it, UNCC had a lot more physical plays, a lot of demos. Here's Dewis, maybe a shot for him. He does sink it into the right side, and UNCC get on the board.
Daffy, that challenge was so important. Kick that ball up, and Dewis paying attention, turning around, slapping that ball lower corner. Great placement.
And that's the start at North Carolina Charlotte 1. And after being shut out in game 1, they get the first goal quickly. See if they can hang on to that lead and build upon it before OSU get their offense going.
Going to bounce back out. Daffy somehow had nobody challenging him there, but still OSU comes out with possession, shot towards net, double commit, but it's a hard hit. Alpha with some runway, goes for the shot, off the post, bounces back out, and Dewis is there to clean up.
Much better performance here already in the first minute. Look at Alpha Giddy get up to that ball and put it off that back wall. It's tough for that defender to get to it from Sleppy. And Dewis there to follow things up. The transition game was so quick from UNCC, and we didn't see that in game 1. It pays off here in game 2.
Looking much better. Perhaps it was just a warm-up game for UNCC. Daffy in reverse, pops it. Sleppy, this is an awkward ball for Alpha, but he did well get that over to the corner. Had just enough boost to get that touch. Daffy with the flick, chasing it downfield, catches it. Going for the low challenge. Out to Dewis. Dewis doesn't make contact. And a 50 will send it up. Chance now for OSU. Dewis slowing it down. Sleppy bumping Dewis out of the way. Shiro. It's bumped by Alpha. Incredibly physical. And now Dewis going for net. Masseter will make the save.
A lot more opportunity in this game from UNCC than in the last. And all of a sudden, OSU feel like they've kind of fallen asleep at the wheel here, letting UNCC play around in their half without anyone able to get up and challenge.
Sleppy taking too long, and Dewis will clear it downfield. Masseter going right up the gut. Double commit from UNCC. Daffy will have to buy some time. Alpha, love that back pass from Alpha. The play's coming out from UNCC. Back down to Dewis. Dewis will pop it. And Alpha, a bit too slow to the play, now finally turning. Seeing some much better plays from UNCC.
Yeah, good passing plays. Dangerous passing plays in that final third. Again, I have to go back to OSU and say, what has happened here in this game? What's changed? Because UNCC looked to be the better team, the faster team, the more coordinated team moving downfield, and OSU are just trying to stay afloat now.
A reversal from game one. Perhaps it's those nerves when you get on stream. Oh, Dewis! He was hunting for a top play. Alpha with the 50, beaten heavily by Sleppy, but Daffy will help out. Alpha passing to Dewis. Dewis! He's so fast, gets his hat trick, and UNCC are speeding away.
And OSU are just so spread out. Masseter was the last man back, but he hardly had gotten in front of his net before that shot from Dewis came. So it was open the entire time, and again, really scratching your head for OSU having a breakdown here in game two.
Seemed like OSU has been too slow to every challenge. UNCC, though, playing a possession game. They were not doing that in that first game. And we're already seeing back passes coming out from UNCC. And another quality defensive stop. Dewis getting it by multiple attackers.
Ooh. Good block there from Sleppy. You'd want more of that, and with a minute left here in this game, chances are looking very bleak for OSU. That's not a bad pass to Shiro, and it's going to go wide. The defense was beat if he had put it on target, and that's the best look OSU's gotten in this game.
And you really feel like if game two was within reach of OSU, they would have had to have scored that goal. Under a minute. That one high, rebound out, comes to Shiro, and Shiro will make things interesting. 50 seconds left on the clock. It's the first goal of game two for OSU.
Great setup from OSU. Even after that initial challenge from the defense, they were able to quickly jump on top of it and play the ball across the box when the defense wasn't expecting it. So, like you said, making things interesting here. Now only down by 2 goals, and they would love to get one here soon. Quickly off the kickoff.
Shiro's on the hunt.
Yep. And unfortunately, no shot comes from OSU.
Shiro wanted to take Dewis out of the play. Dewis saw it coming the whole time.
Oh.
More time melting off the clock. OSU doesn't look like they'll be able to have a response. Dewis with a quality 50 there. Now going for the play. Still has a bit of boost left. Didn't get the goal, but wasted so much time. After getting shut out in game one, University of North Carolina Charlotte answer back. Dewis with a hat trick, and OSU getting taken down.
Yeah, I think it all started right off the bat. The quick goal from Dewis. Like you said, the hat trick throughout. This was a strong performance from UNCC. This is the team that I think, they would have liked to show on the field in game one. For OSU, I think that improvement from UNCC might have caught them off guard here going into game two, and didn't expect them to play so well after kind of a very slow start from UNCC. But boy, they turned things around, and for OSU now, it's their turn to make the changes, because it's going to be very tough to compete with that type of UNCC team that we just saw.
But we saw now both sides, OSU and UNCC, be able to step up and take the win. So this is going to make the series a bit more interesting, Corelli. I was honestly hoping that we would see a closer series, and it has certainly panned out that way so far.
Yeah, and I think anyone who has been around CRL for the last few seasons, or really since the beginning, would know that this series would probably go very close. There are questions about from the desk about the pickups with Daffy and Alpha Giddy. Thought they looked pretty good here from UNCC, and you see why they're on the team now. Dewis, of course, has always performed on this UNCC team, so for them to now pick up these two guys, they've looked really strong, and the team that we saw in this last game is the team that you would expect from UNCC.
And Dewis, as the veteran, really leading the charge there, a hat trick, and this was an important game for them to be able to stabilize. It's always difficult to pull off a reverse sweep. no matter what the situation is, especially when you're on stream with thousands of viewers watching. So a very important game. UNCC able to answer the call. Duis, a big part of that. And I think a lot of it, Curly, was just due to the fact that they were making touches based around possession. You saw them playing a lot less skittish and starting to really put together some meaningful plays.
It was a much more coordinated effort here from UNCC. And, you know, the demos came out from OSU near the end. We were talking about Shiro. We pointed him out, saying that he was headhunting a little bit. And that definitely works for OSU. But here, how do you combat the coordinated effort from UNCC is really the big question from OSU as we get into the next game.
So we'll be trying to get into the next game as soon as we can. We're finding a server for the players. We'll take a moment, but we'll get that up and running as soon as we can. Thank you all for your patience. And Corelli, as we get things sorted out, do you want to change your prediction at this point?
You know what? I don't. I don't think I could anyways, but I don't want to change my prediction. I'm pretty set on OSU. I think they got kind of their wake up call from UNCC in that last game. I'd hope that they'd come out in this game and really take it to UNCC. It really is about cutting off those passing lanes that we saw. I felt like OSU really invited North Carolina Charlotte into their half, and boy, did they pay the price here. So I'm not going to change my prediction. I don't know. What are you thinking, James? Are you sticking with what you went with?
I'll give them one more game. You know, I'll give them one more game. If they lose it, then I'll switch it. So we'll see. We're getting this new server up and running, and we will be able to get Game 3 underway as soon as possible. Again, thank you guys for your patience.
And just talking about, I mean, what these teams have done so far in CRL, obviously this is the first week, but they have played some games before. OSU did take down PSU in pretty commanding fashion. They put up 13 goals in 4 games over, like I said, PSU. It was a 3-1 victory for them. So it looked like they had a very commanding win there. And like I said, I already alluded to the North Carolina Charlotte win over Central Florida, which has traditionally been a very strong team here in this Eastern Conference. So when you look at the results, both teams, I think, had solid results. Obviously, I think for UNCC, they'd want to beat Central Florida, but still a very good showing from both teams, and both starting off on, I would say, similar foot. And at the end of the day, there's a reason why this one's so close, and it's because I think both these teams match up quite well together.
Yeah, they're matching up quite nicely. Duis, we'll have to keep our eyes on him to see if he can put up the same numbers that he did in the last game. OSU, completely quiet. They had a few moments where they started to break through that defense, but overall, UNCC kept them down. So the players now in the new server. It looks to be good, so we will have this Game 3 underway in just a few moments. And OSU going to have to figure something out. The last game did not look as good for him as Game 1. And UNCC, I was feeling really confident in my prediction until I saw them get that last win. So this one, a very important game, I think. And I'm ready to change my prediction at the flip of a coin.
It's not so much a prediction anymore if we're just flip-flopping around, you know. If we think a team's going to go the other way, I don't know if that's much of a prediction. But either way, teams are jumping into the server, so we will be able to kick off game number 3.
Here we go. Sleppy, hard hit down. Alpha is there to pass over to Daffy. Shiro, the boom and clear off the backboard. Sleppy slowing down the play. Rebound out to Shiro, but Daffy with some finesse gets bumped out of the way though. Sleppy in the corner, working with Shiro downfield. Alpha to his own corner. Masseter. Seeing if Daffy was still awake, and he was. Now off the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
Daffy.
He's got a flip.
With the dunk. Attempt, rather. Coming very close. I thought he had it.
Good chance there from UNCC. And again, OSU struggling to play at the pace that UNCC is bringing to him. But that's a big miss. Masseter's going to put it to the back of the net and punish. And a 1-0 lead for OSU.
OSU starting off on the right foot this time. Duis, you can see him going for that corner boost, Corelli. Sometimes you feel like boost is greater than ball, but A lot of times that it proves not to be the case.
And this is a great start here for OSU simply because of the start that they had last game where it felt like UNCC really got the jump on them. But it comes off of a North Carolina Charlotte mistake, and you're maybe not going to see too many. It didn't feel like they had too many last game, excuse me. Oh man, Sleppy, what a power slide to keep momentum there. Masseter might have a second touch. It goes right past him. Shiro's still trying to keep it alive. Daffy got bumped out of the way. It's an open net for Sleppy and a 2-goal lead now for OSU.
Sleppy taking advantage of this one. Masseter, we've seen him be physical before in game 1, bringing it back out in game 3, and it's certainly helping.
And this is the best start that OSU could have gotten into this game, and they might get another one as UNCC fight to keep it out. But you talk about the difficulties that OSU had in the first game. Well, now all of a sudden things have really opened up. Sleppy looking for a flip reset, and I think he got it, but unfortunately blocked by Daffy.
Double tap ball. Masseter has the pass. Shiro had his shot interrupted by Alpha, and now a very good clear from Daffy. But he gets demoed. Going for that corner boost steal. Sleppy welcomes the challenge, but Daffy had a strong challenge. Now out to Alpha. Alpha to Duis. Duis off the backboard, and Sleppy will make sure that no one has a follow-up chance. Masseter pokes it by Alpha, flicks it past Daffy. Sleppy couldn't get the bump on Duis. Duis, that was an incredibly savvy play. Had to dodge the demo and get the save.
He did a lot with the little, especially moving downfield. Duis might get it. Alpha getting it's up to him. Going to get past Masseter. He can't. And Daffy just trying to keep the play on for North Carolina Charlotte. Still could be a dangerous ball here. Big miss by Masseter. Duis couldn't get around it. Don't think he expected that miss. And now Shiro called upon. Unfortunately, Alpha getting right in front of his face. Things heating up for North Carolina Charlotte, but still can't put the shot on target. Here's Daffy to the back wall. Duis is up. Can he put it away? And Sleppy has to make the save, and the Buckeyes will push out from their own end.
Ohio State, they have been struggling with boost. UNCC has been keeping this ball high, draining that boost out every time they get it, forcing Ohio State to use up everything just to get that backboard deny. Trying to whittle down the defense. We haven't seen OSU leave their half in quite some time. Finally, a big clear comes out for Masseter.
And UNCC do well to deal with it, push OSU back into their own side. Again, you go back to the previous game, OSU were very uncomfortable on their defensive side of things. That's a huge miss from Daffy, especially with only 1:12 left. Now Masseter, he wants to carry this one across, and it's going to be Duis to slow him down.
And there was a player ready to clean up for UNCC. If that was a simple backward bounce, could have got one on the board. They've had so much possession. This has looked pretty good from UNCC. They just don't have a goal to show for it.
Yeah. 9 shots for UNCC to the 7 of the Buckeyes. So
another chance.
Here's another one. That's their 10th now. Still can't find the back of the net. It's been very tough for them. And OSU, you have to give them credit. Now 8 saves to their name. So they are certainly jumping in front of the ball here. And again, just denied by Shiro.
See if UNCC can make things interesting with a goal here. Still on the attack. A demo from Daffy. Sleppy.
Oh, he got both of them.
And he's going to be able to take that to the bank. Sleppy, a huge mind game. And he'll secure this game for Ohio State University.
Whoop. Got 2. And didn't have a lot of boost to work with either, so it was a great play by Sleppy. Got 2 North Carolina Charlotte players. And that is one way to cap off Game 3.
Ohio State, they got the win in Game 1. UNCC answered back Game 2. Game 3, Ohio State with a 3-0 scoreline, but that didn't really tell the story of the game, did it, Corelli? We saw so many shots for UNCC, a lot of possession. They just couldn't convert.
Yeah, I think that is the story for UNCC here in this particular game, because there was a lot of opportunity left on the table, and it felt like OSU kind of got away with this game, even though the scoreline says 3-0. North Carolina Charlotte definitely should have put away 2, 3, 4 of those opportunities that they had. That was really unacceptable that the shooting was that bad from them. And at the end of the day, they had 11 shots and nothing to show for it. So I think they know where their shortcoming was in this game. And for OSU, you have to acknowledge the amount of shots you gave up and how many close calls you had with the missed shots as well.
Well, UNCC, there was no shortage of opportunity. See if they can put these away and continue to get those chances, or if OSU will be able to start putting some distance on this series. They can win it here. Daffy testing Shiro. Shiro will kill it down to the corner. Daffy, the challenge. Duis a step too late. Now he's going to be on 0 boost. A win at the midfield. It's looking good for OSU. Sleppy wants to follow that up. Duis will clear it out with nothing in the tank. Masseter, long clear. Alpha to Duis, who just picked up the corner boost. Good timing. Now going for the 50. But Masseter, another booming clear. We've seen a few back-to-back booming clears. Now a chance for OSU off the backboard. Masseter, and a save from Daffy.
Well, that's the defense you want from UNCC, but that's a lot of pressure that they have to absorb, and Duis gets caught out with the Masseter shot, and a 1-0 lead for the Buckeyes.
The Melon Man able to make the most of that. When you saw Alpha was right underneath the ball, but he left it. And that's when Masseter turned around and was able to strike.
And unfortunately, I think there was a lot of faith in that challenge from the first man in front of, or behind Masseter there. And that challenge did not go through, and Masseter just clean won it over his head. And so now the Buckeyes sit up 1-0, and they might just get a second one here. It's going to be Shiro to put it away, just slips it through the defense.
Shiro taking no chances. Alpha, that touch was a panicked one. Shiro knew he didn't need to dive in, and that is a tough ball for Shiro, or for the defense rather. Shiro going to be able to take advantage of the fact that ball, when it's above the defender like that, Corelli, and you're on ball cam, you have no idea who's in front of you. You just have to make the hit sometimes.
Yep. And for the defense, it's been a couple times where they just have no idea how to deal with the OSU shots, and granted, that first one I think caught them off guard. UNCC trying to put on that pressure. We talked about them needing to finish their chances. Well, they're not really getting too many chances through the first 2 minutes of this game. The question really becomes, how do they respond to the offense pressure that they're feeling from OSU? Here's Shiro on the dribble.
Shiro, there's a bit of confusion there. You could tell for OSU. Alpha, the last one back, hoping that... Oh, and Masseter! What happens here, Corelli? Let's take a look at the replay.
Sleppy puts it off the back wall, and unfortunately, Daffy couldn't get up to it. Masseter getting his
pinch?
Second goal.
That was 79 miles an hour. I think Duis may have gotten a piece of that to help that along so quickly.
And now you're really hurting if you're UNCC, because this game's getting out of hand. And you think back to the previous game of the opportunity you had that you're not getting in this game. Feels like so quickly your opportunity comes and so quickly it goes. This game certainly not going in favor of UNCC at the moment.
You know, a lot of gas for UNCC used up in that last game. Shiro up to Masseter. Passes off the side. Sleppy with good speed. He'll put it right in the middle of the net. Shiro having a game.
Yeah, and OSU looking very strong as this game goes. This happened earlier in the summer series. OSU were able to 3-0 UNCC. UNCC do get a game back here in this series, but is looking very dire in this game in particular. OSU have just commanded it front to back, and now 5-0 for OSU.
A hat trick for Masseter. And a kickoff goal Daffy gonna wish he could have that one back, take another crack at it. OSU, there's no doubt, they are in the driver's seat in this one, up by 5. A little less than half the game left. This would be one of the biggest miracles that I've ever witnessed if UNCC can somehow get back into it. But this is the start of it. Dewis coming in. Daffy was going for an airplay. I think that,
wow.
You know, that definitely caught Ohio State University by surprise.
I am shocked that one went in for Dewis. That one would have pinched off 99 times out of 100. And he gets a piece of it. Puts it away, gives some hope for UNCC, but it's just so far down the hole they've gone against this OSU squad. Like you said, they're going to need a miracle, and they're really going to have to start showing some commanding offense, something that we just haven't seen in this game.
And one more goal will do them in for sure.
Oh.
And the flip reset from Sleppy. Masseter slowing down the play. Shiro. Quality touch now off the ceiling. Going for net. Dewis will get that save. On up. That save from Alpha. He was hustling back. Doing a good job to get this downfield. Shiro. Take it up the sideline. Poking it around Daffy. The pop straight up. Masseter towards net off the backboard. Sleppy couldn't dunk it in, but more time wasted. We'll skip off the hood of an Ohio State player. Daffy going for backboard. Shiro clears it upfield. Alpha send it right back, floating in, but Sleppy will get the save. He stretched for it. Dewis.
We're seeing some offense from UNCC here that we just didn't see all game long, and unfortunately, I think it's too little too late. The defense definitely holding strong for OSU here. UNCC put on their 7th shot right there, and again, good defense from OSU.
OSU in form, getting another one. Sleppy, was that a hat trick? No, Masseter's got the hat trick and the playmaker.
Wow.
Sleppy, 2 goals, 2 assists. This was a dominating performance for OSU.
Yeah, a great scoreline for Masseter here. 3 goals, 3 assists, 2 saves, and 6 shots. He has certainly been a standout player here in this game. And OSU, you thought maybe the tides would turn here against UNCC, but they come out and put those thoughts, those rumors to rest as they're looking for the Brazil here as Sleppy can get it. And he's shut down by Dewis. Time will tick down. This will be the last chance for OSU. They're both up, and Daffy to clear it away. OSU gonna take this one in 4 games and in commanding fashion over North Carolina Charlotte.
And it does make you scratch your head a little bit. UNCC looked so good in game 2. It looked like that might have been the turnaround point for them. But OSU, they piled it on this game to leave no doubt in anyone's mind.
Yeah. And for UNCC, I feel like you go back and you look at this series, you look at game 1, you look at game 2, it was a little bit better from them. But later on, it was very tough for them to get a foothold. And something it is kind of the same point that I had made about OSU, where it felt like they didn't have anything going for them. All of a sudden, it just flipped to the UNCC side, and it's just like, what happened? It was such a stark difference between performances game to game.
And it goes to show you, maybe it's just experience. OSU, all these players, such experience on the stage, Corelli. And when the going got tough, they really got going.
And so we'll see how UNCC's season turns out, unfortunately dropping here against OSU. And I got to say, OSU, they looked a lot better than I thought they were going to. Not to say that I thought they were going to look bad, but rather they really put up a lot of goals, and high scores as well. And I think this is a pretty clean win over UNCC. UNCC is certainly no slouch, so both these teams are in contention for to take on those top teams here in this conference.
And we'll get to see more of these teams play. We're not done just yet. We've got more CRL coming at you after the break. Daffy